Hi everyone, my name's Ash. I'm co-founder and CEO of Lawlight, and my co-founder is Shabby. My background is mechatronics engineering, and for the past 8 years I've been a practicing lawyer. Shabby is a full-stack software engineer and most recently had a successful exit after co-founding the cybersecurity company Cloud Conformity. So we're dealing today with the question of how technology can be applied to solve some of the problems in dispute resolution. And one of the most fundamental problems there is the question of what is the case worth and why. Having a defendable breakdown of the value of the case provides everyone with a rational basis and reference point from which they can have all those discussions around risk and prospects, and also then to properly communicate with the client and manage their expectations around the case outcomes. Now, unfortunately, calculating damages properly can be seriously time consuming, and at times the computational barrier for some of these calculations can be quite significant to the point where sometimes they just aren't done. So we've solved this problem with two apps, the Economic Loss Analyser and the Damages Calculator. And what these do is provide a very paint-by-numbers experience where you can very quickly calculate and communicate the value of a claim with all the math and number crunching automated for you. So this is the Economic Loss Analyser, and its job is to make it easy for you to model, calculate and communicate the value of an economic loss claim. So we've automated all the things like tax calculations, we've built in the average weekly earnings statistics, data back to the 60s, and you can calculate tax back to the same as well, all done for you. You can add in your superannuation, and you can compare it all here on this graph. You can add modifications as well, so if you want to model out, say, a promotion, you just select the period and what that will increase by, say, by a percentage. Down here, it's going to give you all the figures that you're after for both of these claimant and comparison earnings data sets as well. There we go, all the tax, super, net, weekly, gross. And then over here, you're going to select your loss period. Once you've done that, the period over which you want to calculate the loss for, it's going to give you a bit of an estimate of what it thinks the impairment rating will be. And it gives you a median and average impairment rating. So the median helps to filter out a bit of noise. Once you've got that, then you can enter in the impairment rating into here, and then a loss line will appear. And the loss line is this there to help you filter out noise, so that you're just calculating loss that's attributable to the defendant and the impairment that you say that they have caused. So if there's a dip below that point, it will filter that out. If there's some windfall gain that the claimant's had, they're not going to get overcompensated. The loss line will go up and over that to filter that out for you, so that you can rely on those figures and defend them. Then if you select the judgment or settlement date, it will then split the loss into past and future. And of course, you can get your net and gross figures as well, and you can calculate your losses between the comparison and claimant, or between the comparison and the loss line, whichever you prefer. And then we also give you the average future weekly loss, so that you can put that into your present value calculations in the damages calculator. And at the end, you can export it all in a nice report. So this is the damages calculator. It's designed to make it very easy, very paint by numbers again, for you to calculate the value of your claims. And it automates all the painful calculations for you as well. So things like prejudgment interest and attendant care calculations. There's the prejudgment interest one as well, and when that exports in the report, which you can just do down here, it will show all your working as well, so you can defend and justify the figures that you put forward. You can drag and drop, of course, from over here any heads of damages that you need. You can delete out the ones that you don't, and when you've got the list that you're happy with, you can even save it as a template that will appear up here for future use. And you can give a name to it as well, and at the end you can export it all as a nice neat little report. But the process is very simple. You just go through and you just enter the parameters in for each of the calculations, and the math is done for you. So you're freed up to be a lawyer, not a calculator. So the next step is that we are developing a practice productivity system called Hivelight. This will apply legal project management to your firm so that you can manage your work and coordinate with your team in a way that scales, and you'll be able to add these calculation apps to your matters on Hivelight to help perform your work. This has all been built as web apps on Amazon Web Services, so it operates in the browser and will be compatible with all major operating systems. Now, the apps are currently free to use, but they will be migrated over to the Hive platform in time, at which point they'll become pay per use. So you add them to the matter and you're charged for each matter that you use it on. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we hope this is a real help to you and your clients.